Hi. So I know I haven't been what do you call it? Making videos and stuff because of life and things were going on, and I just didn't really. I was going out. I was actually exercising, which is good, and also other things. And also, I just did I did a thing for flute, so you're gonna see me playing flute. So yep. And basically, because I done it because I was basically busy and I was walking and I was doing other things. I was watching my shows and I also had to stayed home and watched the cats, and I just didn't really. I was just like on doing other stuff, like being on Facebook and watching movies. And then my mom come back. I went to the zoo on Thursday, and Friday I basically went out shopping with her, and then Saturday we watched it kidnap and went to Texas Roadhouse for food. Then came back, watched another movie called Dinner, and then Sunday she was out and about, and I was just doing whatever, being on Facebook and stuff. And yesterday, Monday, I basically Monday. Oh, that's right. Monday, I think I was on Discord the whole day, and then I went out to Oh, that's right. Monday I was on this Discord or watching a movie. I'm not sure what it was. I can't remember what I was doing. And then I think I saw. Oh, that's right. I watched Whisper on Monday, I think. And then I basically I watched Whisper, and then I went to with my friend Kristen to go see a movie, to go out to I was with my friend Kristen to go out to see to go see. I mean to go to a golf mini course, but actually we went to Nomads instead. So we went to Nomads and we played mini golf and we did bowling, and it was actually a good price, and it was fun and I liked it, and I got to see his friend Ben. And also able to see him because I haven't seen him for almost a year. Yeah, I was happy. And then I got to see Emily, and I got to meet his other friend named Sean and his girlfriend named Emily. So yeah. But it was good. I had fun. I liked it. But anyways, getting to the point for this video. Basically, I'm gonna talk about school tips. So I'm gonna talk about before you get like what you should do. Right now it's August, obviously. So like what you should do time of August, and what you should get and do things, and what you should do and get, and what you should do, what you should do to get ready for school, and what you could get, and and other stuff and things, and also during school as well. So I'm gonna do the stuff like August is right now. August, so what you should do. So in August, when it's coming around August, so basically when it gets to August, school is coming up at the end of the month, and you basically have to go back to the part where you have to wake up in the morning, like around 10ish, or like 8 o'clock a.m. or 10ish or whatever what time. For me, I actually have to wake up at 10 a.m. because I have to wake up, I have to eat breakfast, eat lunch around 11 or noon ish, and then I have to at noon I eat lunch, and then after that lunch I just probably chill out for a bit, and then after that I probably have to brush my teeth, and then I have to go, and then I leave around 1:20, 1:15, 1:20. Yeah, to get to the go and wait for the city bus to go on the city bus to go to MCC, to go to school and go to my class. So I'm going to fall class, obviously. Well, obviously it's fall. So basically that's what's gonna happen. And so basically, for me, I've been having not a good sleeping schedule because I've been trying to go to bed at 10 or 11 and it doesn't happen. And I'm getting addicted to Discord, but I'm trying my best to. I think tonight is I have to probably what I probably might do is actually at 10:30. I'm gonna probably take at 10:30 when it's on commercial. I'm probably at 10 o'clock. I'm gonna take my sleeping pill and my sleeping pill, which is Trazodone, and then my Benadryl that helps me sleep because it helps a little bit. So I'm gonna take it while I'm watching my show Catfish. So that helped me to sleep, and then after like by 11:30, when it's done at 11, by 11:30 I'd be like probably by 11 or 11:15 I'd probably feeling sleepy a little bit, So basically by then I'll fall asleep, and then I just close, then I go to sleep, and then I try and then after that wake at a certain time. What I might do, I might probably use my phone to wake me up so I can actually get used to that ringing thing. So basically to wake up, and then yeah, so I can actually make sure to wake up in the morning because I have to do that. And then I have one more week left. So this week, but next week I have left, and that's it. And I really have to get bed early in. Yeah. Which is obviously. And also, yeah, basically. But anyways, basically, so yeah. So basically what you should do is what I said, like, for August to in the beginning of August is to go to bed early. So basically what I just said, well, I'm just giving an example for me, like, to actually try to, like, get in the routine of going to bed at, like, from the range from 8:30 to 11 o'clock. Or 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock is the range you should go to bed. 11 is the latest, so that you can get some rest. And then you keep doing it until, like, you go to bed, like, at 9:30, and then 10:30, or let's say you want to go to bed at 10:30, and then the next day you go to bed at 10, and the next day time you go at 9:30. So at least keep going and make sure you get at least 9 to 10 hours of sleep. So that's, or basically at least 8. So basically always make sure you get more rested and wake up and you're not all groggy, because when you don't have a lot of sleep you get groggy and it's not good. Also, so basically what I'm trying to say is in August, the beginning, when it's like, let's say the end of July, make sure for the first week of August, so this is like July, end of July, this is the week of August. This is the week of August, and this week, try to, like, to go to bed every single day, like, early. Go, like, if you're like sleeping time, go to bed like let's say you go to bed at 1, and then you wake up at 1. So see if you can, for this week, like, go to bed at 11, and then basically decrease it. If you go at 1, try to go to bed at 11, then 11, and then 10:30. 10:45, 9, 9:30, and everything. And so also on the weekends, so you can get used to it. And keep doing it the rest of the month. Going to bed early, even though I know people like to go on Facebook and everything, but you need it because, like, you have to, like, get in that routine again, because it kind of sucks when you have to go back to school, if you wake up and get on the bus or get on the city bus or anything, because school school's not gonna make you get there. Like, you ain't gonna get there, you don't get up and everything. Like, you're not gonna can't teleport yourself there. So basically, just make sure every week you go early, like, then, like, the second week, then you go, like, from 10 o'clock, and 10:15, and then 10 o'clock, and 9:30, and 9:30, 10, or whatever, and then keep going and going until you're actually waking up until, like, 9 a.m. See if you can make sure to wake up by 9 a.m. The earliest is like 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. So at least when you wake up, you're waking up at 9 a.m. if you can. If not, 10 a.m. I personally want to make sure I wake up at 10 a.m. or 9:45 or 9:30. So I'm waking up. I'll get up, so give me like 30 minutes to, like, wake up, go to the bathroom, drink my Slim Fast, and then drink my iced coffee, and then watch some TV, watch the weather, see what's going on, so you don't go to school, you never know. Look at the weather, watch some TV a little bit, and then try to wake up, and then after that, by 10, like, say 10:30 or 11 o'clock, like 10:30 or 11, I should probably get dressed, and then by 11, I just get dressed, and I still do whatever I'm gonna do, and then by 12 o'clock, I eat lunch, and then after that, I still, chill a little bit, relax, or on my bed, and reading my dream book or whatever. And then by, like, 12:30, by, like, 1 o'clock, I still chill, but, like, by 1:15 or by 1:15, I should stop what I'm doing and go out the door. Get all my stuff and go out the door, and I go right to the bus, and I get on the bus by 1:40. So, basically. But, so basically, that's what I'm trying to say is that what you should basically do so that when you wake up and everything. Me, for example, that's what my routine. I have to wake up by 10 a.m. and I have to get on the bus by 1:40. Meaning I have to wake up. Actually, no, I have to wake up at 10 a.m. and I have to be at the door by 1:15 or 1:20, so I can get there and I wait there and I wait until the city bus comes at 1:40. So I get picked up. I get there and I go on the bus and I get to there. So, and also make sure I don't miss it. Sometimes that might happen because, you went to bed late, you had to do something or homework or anything, it happens. But that's what I have to do. And basically, for that's basically my routine. But I have to basically for myself is to I actually probably am gonna have to do that tonight. I'm trying to actually, even though I know it's summer, but I have to get better sleep to wake up, and also I have to only go on Discord or Facebook during the day, because at night I know I want to stay up and everything, but I can get very nervous. I get nervous and stressed a lot because I'm on the computer, so meaning my body is trying to tell me, hey, you need to go to sleep, you need sleep, yeah. And it wants to go to bed early anyways. It needs rest. So, meaning I'm going to try my best to do that. And today I'm probably going to go out for a walk and exercise. So, hopefully that'll work. But, I'm trying to do that and hopefully it works out. And once I get to the hang of it, hopefully I will wake up at 10 o'clock or something. And yeah, I hope. Also, so basically just make sure if you have a problem you can't do it and you overlaps, just make sure for a week just try to trick yourself to if you're taking medication for sleep, just take it and then just do whatever, just take it and then try to do something, read, and then it will fall asleep. Just trick your brain so they can take it, so that's what I kind of do that too a little bit, but not really. Well, I do it. Well, thing I'm not doing. I mean, what I do is I take it so I can fall asleep and I can go to sleep. I guess you can say I'm tricking my brain, but not really. I don't know. All I'm saying is I take it so that I can fall asleep and go to sleep. And I guess you could say I'm tricking my brain, but not really. Well, you know what? All I'm saying is I take it so I can fall asleep, but in an hour or so. So basically, I try to do that. So yeah, hopefully I get on work on time on Tuesday. But the good thing I will have Monday, so I'll be able to make sure to go to bed early and make sure on Mondays and Wednesdays. Actually, it's kind of funny because Mondays and Wednesdays would be the day I would be taking showers. Because on Monday I would wake up and take a shower, or Monday nights or whatever time I'll take a shower, and then Tuesday go to class, and Wednesday take another shower, and then Thursday, Friday, basically, or whatever, or maybe until Saturday. I don't know. It doesn't matter. You know what? As long as I take showers and everything. And I always take showers no matter what. Also, so basically, just make sure so basically what I'm trying to say is that, go to bed on time in August, go to bed early, and make sure you wake up at a certain time so your brain can get used to it, and because you're going from going on to bed late because it's summer and you don't give a shit because it's summer and then you're happy, and to going back to school and to wake up and everything. So, so it kind of sucks, but you have to do it in school. So basically, just make sure to in August, go to bed early for the whole month, wake up early, and make sure to eat a good and healthy breakfast. And make sure to get something healthy like a yogurt or cereal or oatmeal was good too. You can eat that. And also if you want, you can actually eat hot cocoa with it or tea or something, whatever floats your boat. And then after that, make sure to for hygiene, to make sure brush your teeth, put deodorant on, make sure to take a shower. You can either do it depends on what you want. I personally do it the day before. I take a shower before I go to school, so I'm we're doing it during the day because I would I would be able to do it, but it would take it was it'd be too much for me, and I don't want to waste more time, so I do it at nighttime. So if you're the morning person that wakes up and does it, and then make sure you're clean when you get there, that's for you. But me, I just do it at Monday, at night the night before, so that I'm clean the next day. Yeah, I mean I'm clean, but the next day I'm still clean, but a little sweaty, but not that bad. So meaning I do the night before. So either whatever to blow, I do that, or you can do that. Make sure you have your school supplies ready for the next day. Make sure you have your books, your agenda and everything in the book bag, and your pencils and everything, anything that you need. Also, if you take medication, make sure to bring it with you. Don't forget. Always need to be on top of that. Also, make sure you have your lunch money, like money for like dinner or anything at college or school. Make sure that your homework's done the night before, obviously. Um, Make sure to. That's basically it, I guess. Yeah. And then make sure to yeah. So yeah, just basically it. During the whole day, when you're just make sure the night before is to just make sure you have everything for the next day and you're good. Alright, so going on from waking up. Now, what's another thing I could say? So I think probably the other thing is that I know I talked about it before, but I'm going to talk about it again. So the night before, what you should do is you take a shower if you want to. If you're a morning person, you can do that. Depends whatever you want to do. And I personally do take a shower the night before so that I don't have to worry about it. Just take it, and I feel more relaxed and feel better. I can fall asleep faster. That's how I am. I like being clean when I go to sleep. And then the next day you're clean, even a little bit, but still clean. A little sweaty, but not too bad. And then also for the night before, make sure you have your homework done. Make sure you have everything, your books, your agenda, your pencils, your pens, and everything. Make sure your lunch is packed the night before. Make sure you have it packed, or your parents can pack it. Make sure you can remind them, or you pack it, depending on you, whatever floats your boat, or whoever does it, or whatever. If your parents are okay with it, that's fine. If you ask them nicely, then you can do it. Then yes, if you want to do it, then you can do it too. Also, if also make sure. Oh, also I noticed that make sure for laundry that you have clean clothes for the whole week. Make sure you always do it. Let's say for the whole week you would go to school, right? And you have a lot of your clothes. Make sure you do it on the weekends, on a Saturday night or Friday, so that it's all you put in the washer on Friday night, and then by Saturday it's clean, so you have it. Or by Saturday you wash it, and later in the evening Saturday you put it in the dryer, and Sunday it's clean and nice, and you have it for the whole week. So make sure to do that too. I thought about that. Yeah. Also, another thing is that make sure you the night before. Also you make sure to brush your teeth for hygiene. Make sure you brush your teeth. Make sure you brush your teeth and floss and that. Also, I guess you can brush your hair depending. Well, for girls, you can brush your hair so make sure it's like nice and so that's better, and it's not curly and tangly in the morning. So if you want to do it or anything, or for boys, it doesn't really matter depending on whatever floats you go. If you have long hair or short hair, it depends on you. Also, make sure. Oh, also make sure to when the night before you go to school, make sure before you go to bed, do not eat food before you go to like don't eat food before you go to bed. So basically make sure that by 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock you're done by 8 o'clock or 9ish you're done eating. That's it. No more food and everything. Just make sure you're done and that's it. No more food and everything so that your body can actually do it and because it's still doing stuff and then you're still up. So basically make sure because you'll be up for 4 or 5 hours. So just make sure no food before bed. Also before bed, if you want to, you could drink water. So if to make you to actually to get all the bad stuff in the morning. So when you wake up, you go to the bathroom. So you get all the bad stuff out to make you feel better. If you want to, depending. I personally don't do that, but you should drink water either way throughout the day, all the time. So you get a lot of stuff out and not dehydrated, and you have water in your system, and it's getting out the stuff out. Also, what you should do is for a night before is I think make sure when you go before you go to bed is make sure obviously make your medication, read a book, and then fall asleep, and you're good. And yeah, I'm guessing that's what you should do the night before. Alright, so I'm guessing we talked about the night before. What else is there that needs to be school tips? Also, for August, I know when you want trying to get your books, textbooks, and for college people, if you know, I can get your textbooks and your agenda and notebooks. So make sure you get it in August. In the beginning of August or middle of August, make sure you get your textbooks and agenda and notebooks so that you have it and don't worry about it. End of the month or anything, because it make you hectic and you'll be stressed out. Even though if people prefer work, that's fine. Then you can get it whenever you can. Also, make sure that you get all your supplies, markers, flashcards, flashcards, sharpies, highlighters, sh- highlighters. Make sure you get make sure you have pens, pencils, a pencil sharpener. Make sure you have a whiteout just in case. You never know. And make sure you have a dictionary if you have English for English classes, and make sure you bring a small dictionary with you so English class. Make sure you have basically. And also, if your teacher messaged you on August to tell you to do some assignment before class, then make sure to check your email the whole month of August and see what they say. And then also make sure to check it, because they're going to be saying stuff. They're going to say, hey, do this. You never know. Make sure you see that, and then make sure you see it and see. Make sure to do the homework assignment, because it's probably part of your homework. I know people don't like doing homework. It's like, why do you have to do it now? You can do it in September, but some teachers are like that. Because so get things done, rolling, I guess, And then if not, then just if you want to make sure if they want you to do something, just make sure you go on there on the thing onto the make sure you go on to the website and go on email for college students, is to go on there, check the email, see if they said anything. If they didn't say anything about the class or anything, or about reading the books or anything, then don't worry about it. Just wait until class starts, or keep checking, or wait until it says this will be open on what day. Wait until that day and then go on and see if it's open. And then when you see if it's open, see if he's going to message you for a week. I know it's going to be like a week before you start, so it doesn't really matter. You should just do it anyways. You never know. And also, if anything before, if he says you do something for like he might want you to do assignment, then just do it. If not, if he's saying make sure you have materials and everything, just read it. Just make sure you check it no matter what. If it's an assignment, or if they're telling you about the books or anything, or you have it, just make sure they just read it. That's all. Or they're telling you to read the syllabus on Blackboard, then just read it so that you can know. And also you get a glimpse of what the class is going to be about, what you have to do, what has to be done, how much is the for your grade, what projects you have to do, and anything. It'd be good to actually understand what you're going to do. And also essays and other homework assignments and all that stuff. So also, so make sure you do that. Also, what you should do in the month of August is to, I think that's it. Alright, so, I'm going to talk about during school what you should do. So basically, during school, when you're in school, I'm going to give you some more tips. When during school is that, when you first go to your class, let's say after class, they really read the syllabus and everything. Make sure when you get home, read the syllabus again, and then read it over a couple times or again, so you know it and understand it. And then make sure write down the homework assignments so that you can put it into your agenda to write it down, so you know what is due and not. And we said if the teacher says the dates were varied or homework assignments were varied, to just when it's class time, it says, oh, you don't have to do this. It's actually we're ahead of time of the book, so don't have to worry about doing that homework assignment. You can if you want to, depending if he says that or she. So basically, make sure that you read the syllabus. You have to look at your syllabus with the syllabus. Also in the syllabus, make sure you read the quizzes, tests, essays, homework, and everything. Also look at the percentage, how much everything is, how much percentage, so you get for that 100. Make sure if there's an extra credit or anything else in there, and anything else you have to do. Just make sure you read it and understand it, and that's it for syllabus when you get home during school. Also, when you're going to school. When you're if you have any issues or questions, always email the teacher. Well, for when you go back to school. So when you go back to school, make sure to email a teacher. Ask them that you don't understand it, you want to talk to them about it, or after school, or make an appointment, or ask them at class or after class, think what they say. Also, make sure to go to tutor appointments. Make sure to go to Academic Center for English because they're really good. And for English or any subject, like for anything, because they'll help you a tutor will help you understand stuff in your class, so you can actually understand it, and it will help you to do well in it and actually get better at it. So make sure to go to Academic Center, see a tutor a lot, see the tutor, and usually mostly for college students, they're either, depending on your college, it's either 30 minutes to an hour, depending on what it is. Make sure you see them, make sure you book them every week. If they're 30 minutes and you can do it for 2 weeks, twice a week, then that's fine. But if you want to do it once every week, it's up to you, or how long it is, or how they say. So it's up to you. I usually do it once a week, depending on things. Also, make sure that so make sure you go to tutor appointments because it helps. Well, even if you're taking astronomy or science, make sure you go to a tutor appointment because if you're still stuck on what the teacher is saying and you're trying, even though you see the teacher and you're only working, just try and see if you have time to actually go and book a tutor appointment and see them, and they can help you and you understand it, and one-on-one basically can help you understand it, and understanding will actually get an A on it. Also make sure when you're in school to also ask your tutors if you have any question or are confused, ask the tutor because they would know more than you because obviously you're a student and you're growing. So just and I probably know a lot, but just ask if you are really confused. Just ask the question and we'll tell you, let me understand it because there are tutors that are there for you to help you about your school and your class. Make sure to tutor appointments. Also, if you have any issues with another thing. So tutor. Let's see. When you go into school. For studying for essays, make sure when you're having an essay that's due let's say it's September, for example, and it's due the end of September, and you have let's say this week, and it's due this week. Make sure for those 2 weeks you get started, you get ready, and also make sure to try to with the teacher. Make sure to make a thesis statement, and then your hook, and make sure to get all that stuff, and make sure want to know what you want to do and what you want to talk about, and then write it out. And then when you get there, then make sure to type it, and also, so make sure you just do that. Make sure you talk to him or her. Make sure that if it's let's say if it's 2 weeks. So in the beginning, probably not yet, but when it's the second week right there, then make sure that week that we're okay. So 1, 2, 3. So basically the middle week. That's when you're doing homework and you're trying to do thesis, and then that week you're doing it and you're typing it, writing it, and typing it, and doing it, and understanding. And then the last week is going to be due. So what I'm trying to let you know is to make a thesis. Make sure to make a thesis. Make sure you have a hook, like a topic sentence. Make sure that you have quotes, and make sure you put parentheses under the quotes, and then after the quote you put the page number, and then you say what you agree with that person, and then you say you agree with that person, and then you talk about what your thoughts, and then after that you keep going, and then you end the paragraph, and then you do the next one. Also, so basically make sure to just make sure that you make sure you write it. Make sure I'm trying to make a thesis, a hook, your body paragraphs. Make sure you have it and write it first, and then type it, and then see a tutor and make sure they look at it. And also, if you can't see a tutor, just go into Writing Stinger and ask for help as much as you can. They will look at it and make it look good. Let's make sure you do that. And then after that, make sure it looks good, and then you print it out with all the corrections and everything, with all the corrections done, to save it and then print it out, and then you have it and you hand it in, and that's it. And then you handed it, and that's it. That's basically make sure with that. Make sure to do that, and also with deadlines, make sure that you are not. Make sure to not. Also with doing essays and stuff or anything, or basically studying for a test, basically for a test. Make sure if a test is say this is the second week and this test will be the last week, make sure that you study those 2 weeks. Meaning you study on Monday, and then you study on Monday, but you study for at least an hour. Monday you study for an hour, and then you study again in the evening. And then after that, Tuesday, you have class or whatever. Then you do it again in the evening. Then Wednesday you study again 1 hour during the day and in the evening, and then then Thursday class, and then basically make sure you at least study 2 hours. Make sure you at least study for 2 hours during the day, and then at evening around 5 or 6 o'clock. Just study. And then after that, also if you want, you could actually help, which I've noticed that I did, is to let someone have the answers or the study guide or answers or flashcards, and let them have them, and they ask you the question, and you basically you give it to them, and they ask you a question. You have to get the right answer. If you don't, then it's okay, but you're trying to remember it. So just make sure you do it. Ask your mom or your dad or anything will help out. Also to make sure to basically that you. Sorry, I'm gonna keep it. Make sure that make sure you study as much as you can, but only so basically, or you can what I said an hour during the day, and then let's say an hour. I'd say you study an hour at 1 o'clock and you end at 2. Don't anything do until 5 o'clock, or you can do that way. But also, what I'm saying is that if you want to do it, you can actually study at 1 o'clock, take an hour, 3 hour breaks, and then do it again at 4 o'clock for an hour only, and then take a couple of breaks, and then do it again at 7 o'clock. Make sure you take at least for 1 hour you study, and then a couple of hours you don't, so that at least you can I think for your brain is if you study for an hour, make sure you do it for an hour. Then you're don't do anything for an hour or 2, and then you don't do it. So you study for an hour, then you don't do it for 2 or 3 hours, then you do it again at 3. Then you don't do it for a couple of hours, then at 7. Or if you want to, you study an hour, you take a break, you take an hour break. Then you study again an hour, then you take a break, depending on what you need to do and everything to make sure you have it in your brain. Also make sure that either way, first of all, make sure you study and make sure you know it and make sure you got it. And also before test day is to go to bed early. Make sure you you ate dinner. Make sure you ate a good meal at dinner time. Make sure you eat dinner. Make sure you go to bed early. Wake up. You have food in your stomach. Make sure you eat breakfast because the point of the day. Then you go, and then after that, make sure you. Then after that, if you want to study again, you can study again a little bit before class, and then go and take class, and hopefully you ace it. But basically, just make sure you study for your classes, study for your tests. Make sure you know the deadlines. Do not procrastinate at whatsoever, because you will fail. You not fail, but you probably will not be doing well on it, and then you might do if you do procrastinate and it's 3 days for the test, just study as much as you can and then take it. And then make sure next time when you go take another test, do not procrastinate, because procrastinate is your worst enemy, because it would be bad and you would not do well in class, and you might fail or not, depending, or you might not do well. Just make sure you don't do that, because it's bad. Anyways, for all English, for like essays and stuff, make sure that you get the thesis statements, your thesis, your hook, and then make sure a hook is like a the first topic sentence, and to like make the reader want to read it basically. That's what I mean hook. And then make sure you have your your introduction, your first body introduction, and then your first, second, third, or fourth body paragraph. So like your introduction, right? Introduction, then the first, second, third, and fourth. So you have five paragraphs, and then I'll probably be like at least 2 pages or 3 pages of for an essay. So make sure you do that. Make sure you have that and everything, or depending on how many your teacher wants you to do. But anyways, it's fine. Also, other thing is that make sure to make sure to be actually basically make sure that just make sure that you would make sure that you make sure you do essays, you write them, thesis, hook, and thesis statement, and your body, your introduction, your body, whatever, how many paragraphs you need, or 5 or whatever, and make sure you type it and you see it tutor and make sure they correct it and then you hand it in. That's what your new already. For tests, the same thing. Make sure you same thing but different. Make sure you study so let's say it's second week of class, and then the last week of class, like last week of like the whole month, you have a test, like say Wednesday or something. Make sure you study for those 2 weeks as much as you can, and make sure you don't procrastinate. Study, but also make sure you take breaks, and make sure you're eating and hydrating yourself, and make sure you do that. Also, I think that's it basically. Also make sure to what else do you have to do for school? Also, I know at college you can at college is more interesting. So if you want to actually not worry about like school stuff, you can probably go into clubs and like take clubs and stuff. You want to do something fun after class or whatever, before class, you can do something fun, and on the weekends or anything you want to do that you can go to club meetings and go to clubs and everything and do something fun. Also, if you want to, if you feel like you could go and do certain activities at the college too if you want to, and to help out if you want to, and it's good for you and also good for the resume too, and actually everything, which is really good. Also make sure you yeah, that's basically it. Just make sure you do that. Just make sure that you yeah. So basically just do that and make sure to just basically have fun. Like learn and basically what I'm trying to say is learn, do your work and everything, and also have fun when learning, and also have fun at school, college too, like go to clubs and go to student activities, and if you want to join for like a senator or a vice president, if you want to do that kind of thing and make it better, and also it would be better. And if you want to make your resume better, you can do that if you want to. And I did it for myself actually. I was a senator at MCC. I liked it a lot. I still want to do it. Hopefully, I can do this fall again, be a senator. And I like helping people, and it's really easy. I walk to people and say about, hey, we're having meetings or something. It's easy. And also, if you have any problems, you can come to me or anything. Or if someone's a senator, they come up to you, then you can do that too. Also, it's up to you, and yes. Also, another thing is that, I think that's, anything is that, yeah. For a recap, for the whole thing. So before school, is to go to bed early for the whole month, get up on time, and everything. Also, make sure you, basically, yeah, for that. And then make sure, and then I'm trying to think. Okay, so basically for the whole recap, a little bit of it. So make sure so August, before you go back to school, is to whole month go to bed early so it can go to bed early so you can wake up early in the morning so you can get ready and go on the city bus or wherever, or go in your car and go to school. Depending if you have a car, that's different than yeah. Also make sure before class. That's basically what you have to do. Make sure before school. Make sure also make sure to I can't remember. That's basically that. Also before school is to the whole month of August is to get your books, textbooks, and agenda and notebooks and everything. Make sure you get that, and all your supplies. Make sure you get that the whole month of August. During school is to make sure that you go to school after class. Read the syllabus a couple of times. The syllabus a couple of times to understand what it is and what you have to do and quizzes and tests and everything. And during school is to make sure to study. If you have tests and stuff, make sure you study and make sure you take breaks. And for essays as well, make sure you write. Make sure you have your thesis, your hook, and 5 body paragraphs or whatever, and then make sure you write it and you type it and then you see a tutor and make sure you do that. And make sure you see a tutor. So during that time, always make sure to see a tutor no matter what, because they will help you with your essays or any other essays for English, or for like astronomy or sciences or history. Make sure you go there so they help you and everything. Also, go if you can't do that, then go and yeah. Also, make sure to ask your teacher for questions if you have any problems. Make sure you ask them. Make sure you check your email a lot to make sure to think about anything, and make sure to if you want, even though you're probably busy doing, make sure to also at the end make sure first I mean at the end for make sure for school is to make sure that so for okay, and also make sure to okay, also make sure to have fun. So basically make sure to have fun and learning when you're fun and so basically what I'm trying to say is that hang on a sec. Yeah. So make sure you have fun. So when you're learning and stuff, when you go to school, make sure to have fun and like it and love it and to learn and even though you're hectic during that time, just make sure to like go into clubs so like you won't have to worry about it and be more fun, something interesting. Also, if you want to make your resume better, is to if you want, you can go into roles at college for like president, vice president, senator, like what I'm doing. So I did like last spring for MCC, so you can do that too. Also for high schoolers, I did not forget about you. For you guys, it's a little different. So same thing concept. Make sure you go to bed early. Go to bed early. Get school supplies, like notebooks, clothing, and all that stuff. Make sure to go to see when you see your teacher. Make sure you have the syllabus and read it and everything when you get home. Make sure you do your homework. Make sure you do the essays and history. Make sure you do for English and science and history. Make sure you do Make sure you do the essays. Make sure you do essays. Make sure you do the essays and answer questions, and make sure you study for your tests and stuff. For high schoolers, make sure you study for all your classes. English, science, math, and English and everything. Make sure you study for your classes. Make sure that you answer English questions, and make sure you pay attention to the teacher. Make sure to pay attention to the reading of the book. For science, make sure to pay attention to the teacher. Do the homework, study, and all that stuff. Also for like history and math, make sure you listen to the teacher, you study, and just make sure you do it and make sure to actually concentrate. Do not procrastinate when you get home, just make sure you do it. Also make sure that you for other classes, for French class or other classes, just do the same thing. Listen to the teacher, do your homework, and study and take breaks and everything for high school. For that, and then all that stuff. So, and also make sure to get good grades, and make sure to do well and stuff, and have fun either way when you go to school. And that's basically it. So I hope this really helped you, and I'm guessing it kind of was longer than I thought it was. Kind of maybe not too long, but it's a little long, but I hope this helps you, and I hope that you liked it and use it. All right, bye.